Hello and welcome to an inspiration pop-up, a very inspirational pop-up we have today. So, because just started again.
We did. Yeah,
But what does it make? It makes us laugh, and we had so much fun now in the last minutes, yeah. And we are talking about happy chemicals today. So it's just how life goes on, and it brings us to our subject.
absolutely. So we have these four chemicals which are helping us to be happy. So I thought it'd be quite interesting if we could discuss how do we boost these different chemicals. So the first one is your endorphins. So I'm sure everybody's heard about the endorphins. So if you think about exercise and you think about laughing and you think about the movement, it's those kind of things that actually get it boosts it. And then you feel so much better. And the beautiful thing is, all you have to do is just go laugh or go exercise. How simple.
And be creative, right? I think the endorphins are, as in German, Endorphine. It's so funny because in English it sounds like dolphins, and I like dolphins so much, like endorphins. So, and I know that dolphins are these playful creatures, and they love to be creative, and they love to laugh. And this is always what I can have in my mind. Ne? So if you need endorphine or endorphins, please find your ways, the happy places you have, or the happy moments you have, and you know what it is, where you can be creative and have this world that makes you, yeah, in a or brings you in a good mood. No?
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be going for a run for an hour up the mountain. It can just be going for a walk for 20 or 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The
And
next one,
if we would ask you who is watching this now, I am interested if we have like a chat now or commentaries. I don't know how many people are live. It would be nice if you just put some of these happy chemicals in. But I think the next one is, yeah, one of the famous ones, right? Go ahead.
well, the next one is dopamine. So dopamine is all about reward. And that's why it's really, really important to be rewarded.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get rewards. It can't just be all work, 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 no play, work, 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 right? So
Mm-hmm.
things like music, dancing, listening to music, that's a great way to get the dopamine. And sleep. They
Oh,
always
yeah,
say that
my best word. Mm-hmm.
if you don't get enough sleep, then you feel terrible. And when you do get a solid, I only need 7 hours. I don't know about you, but if I get a solid 7 hours, I wake up feeling amazing. Whereas if it's like a broken sleep and it's not great, dopamine doesn't feel strong.
Unfortunately, I know that I need 8 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh,
Also something like this, or 8 hours at least. And
and
I had,
15
as I
minutes.
told, yeah, I don't know, there was like a kind of scientific test I had. And I also realized that when I was very sick 6 years ago and I had these big pains, that when I went to the clinic at that time and slept as a 4 hours, I don't know, for 4 weeks, I slept
Um,
10 to 12 hours if I could. As apparently I was completely exhausted because of this pain, because of this virus. And I know as well when I don't sleep enough now, the pain comes back. So, as dopamine is apparently my happy chemical or my signal if I don't, yeah, I don't follow the routes of life.
and also, if you do the exercise, which is great for the endorphins, which is great for the painkillers,
Hmm.
then you get the reward of the dopamine. So it's a
Right,
win-win, right? The next one is
right.
oxytocin. And oxytocin is all about love. It's about sharing emotion. It's about getting compliments. It's about,
Connection.
yeah, and it's about hugging. They say, I think it's 20 seconds. I can't quite remember. But I think it's something like that, that if you hug somebody for about 20 seconds, it gets the oxytocin going. Or even just saying to somebody, I think you're amazing. I think you're fantastic.
Hmm.
It's so important to share your emotions with other people, the good ones, the
Oh,
good
I
ones. I
love
don't know about,
hugging, and I'm the hugging queen. So if I can, if we meet each one of you on a seminar or wherever in Cape Town and Germany, I would love to be hugged and hug again as well. So, yeah. And I have
And
to
it's a
say to
very,
you as well, you're a wonderful person, Bridget.
ah, you
How is
too.
your oxytocin?
There we go. There we go. And it's such a, again, it's such a simple way of just feeling a little bit better just by giving somebody a hug. I know we've got COVID, so depending on where you stand on the COVID situation, but it's a good way, very
And
good way.
now the last one is
Serotonin.
serotonin.
And serotonin is great if you do, for people who do yoga, serotonin is great. Being in nature, being in the sun, all of those things are really good for your serotonin.
Yeah,
And
and there's the connection as well. No? I know it from many people who had been through a depression because if you are exhausted somehow, your serotonin mirror or level is very, very low, and then you really need to connect to the ground, to move and all that, to be in nature, and to relax, to refill your serotonin level. No?
I've actually known people that have moved to Cape Town for their health because
Mhm.
of their serotonin and their dopamine and for the happy hormones, for the happy chemicals. That's actually why they've moved here, because we have a lot of those things naturally, the sun and the outdoors and nature. So
Yeah.
maybe if you are somebody who's wanting to get a bit of a boost with your happy chemicals, these tips might help.
Yeah, and you will find it in Cape Town. It's the most colorful, the most natural, the most amazing variety town I've ever been to, and I think I will spend a lot of my life in this town. And we are happy to meet you there once. And but if you want to have a bit of it, then you work with Bridget, and if you want to have also a bit of it of this kind of lifestyle, you work with me, or with both of us. And we are happy if you connect to us, and we are happy to help and to inspire you
Yep.
next week
See you next
again.
week.
See you.
Bye.